Hello, guys. Welcome to Tarot Predictions with me, Rad, and welcome for the daily reading of it's 16th of February 2017. People, at the end of this stream, I will probably take one or two questions by just drawing one tarot card to answer them. So stick up to the very end so you can get chosen, picked up or whatever for that question that you have to ask. So with that being said, today's day probably will bring us a lot of things because I kind of, you know, saw the cards before we go to this live, and it's truly amazing because the first card that will be again 5 card spread, people, and the first card is the situation we have to face today. The situation we have to face today, guys, that's the death card. Wow, spooky, eh? Hello, Linda. So what we know about the death card is that the death card is a change, a shift, but that is a a shift that is it is a change that is coming in our life into a very, very important field. What I mean is that, let's say that it is for one relationship, it could be that today the relationship either will go into the next level or it will completely fall apart. But the thing with the death card is that a new beginning after that follows up this particular card. I want to explain that by explaining a little bit more about the card. Here you see that one emperor is fall down, death, and the other one takes his place here. I'm sorry that I'm moving my finger like this. It's because the camera shows me reverse. Hello, Gloria. So the whole concept and the whole point is that one emperor falls down, the other comes and takes the ruler of the empire. However, the empire stays. So the state, the overall concept of the situation today, which most likely will be involved into a particular commitment, contract. It could be in your job that you're working with someone and this someone is either gonna go away, or we try to negotiate the terms of how you continue work forward. Or in your relationship, your partner may go withdraw for a moment away, or it may want to renegotiate the terms of your relationship, guys. But with this card, nothing can stay the same. So the situation today completely shifts and changes. And you need to break clean from some particular attitude, for some particular habits that you have in these situations today. For example, if you like to I don't know, let's say about the work, I will give myself for example. When I was working full-time job, I like, when I go to work, I like to drink my coffee before I start working, and that's a habit. And probably if I had that job today, a full-time job, I had to stop doing that, you know. So it's hello, guys, hello, everybody. And so this is a completely changing of behavior in one situation, in one relationship. It could be also a changing, shifting a situation and a behavior towards your friends. So you may expect today that things will come and go, and a particular very important matters of yours in your private life or in your career, people, they're going to either go away or they will evolve. It depends on the personal and the personal situation here, the individual, how the individual takes on these things. But one is certain, when these changes start happening here, you have to completely detach from them in a terms of that you need to be in peace when something is falling apart, and when something wants to take a shift, to take a different turn. Because only this way, when you are ready to give it up, what is dead is dead. You can't reanimate it. You can either try to achieve something better, or you can take on a different direction. So you got to be prepared and you got to be ready to give it away. If you are not, this card implants that if you are not, you can still continue borrow its time. What I mean is that you can keep it alive, you can keep it under a life support. But the longer you keep it, the painful after that will be the detachment. And at a certain point, the detachment will come back into your life, and then you may feel very, very upset when you can't keep it anymore around you. Then the next card, guys, acts as the approach that you need to take toward these particular situations. That is the Ten of Wands. Rather stressful approach today. This card today speaks for a lot of busyness. You will be scattered among a lot of things, trying to get control upon all of them. Like I said, probably previous situation where it is kind of taking shift, it is something very important. Most of you may start feeling completely insecure of what their future holds, does what is around them, and they have control upon. They will try to stabilize it as much as possible. That's why I'm talking that it could be a lot of stress around you today, people. So with this card, whatever it is done, it is done. You can't push it forward. I mean, you can't push it anymore, at least today, because trying to push it forward will be stressful and merely pointless. So with this being said, don't try to get control, especially over people. You can't control people. If they want to go away from you, they have to go away. Uh, good morning. They have to go away, and you can feel that particular place where they left empty with somebody else. The Ten of Wands in your career, it speaks for a drive to dominion. So in your career, that shift will be rather positive. So actually, that shift kind of will open you a new doors. With these new doors, you will be able to take an edge. You will be able to bring a lot of things upon you, in terms of that you will be able to stabilize and secure yourself more than you need. And this is the trouble here. More than you need, guys. You may overburden yourself with deeds, projects, attitudes that you don't need right now. You don't need that exterior things. And you need to carefully consider where you place your promises, because that card may speak that as an approach you may give a promise to someone that it will be very tough after that to to make it true. It's because you will have no time for it. So with the relationship, by looking at this card, guys, with the relationship, this comes a kind of a different, because the relationship, it's gonna take a new direction here. It will be evolved, and thus by you sitting on the front lines where the relationship evolves, in terms of that you are the one who forces that evolution. You will want to control all. You will want to take under control every single minor detail there. And this will be way too much. Not that you can't do it, but the devotion toward it and the effort you gotta give there, there will be quite of a burden. You will feel overburdened, and this will only harm you, people. So this card is a warning of an approach, and you gotta take it easy today. You gotta let the things to unfold on its own and to take their completely different direction on its own, because otherwise the stress is inevitable. And though, yeah, you will find yourself, if you go to the stressful road, you will find yourself onto a very high top of a mountain, controlling everything and not having personal time, and being stressful because you can't control. And sooner or later, things will go out of control. So be mindful of that. And the advice how you can take on that approach, this is the Knight of Pentacles, guys. So the advice is that if you go slow and steady, you can take that control upon the situation, but you shouldn't rush it out. You need to really know what you want. Here the advice is that you need to aim yourself toward only what you want. What is necessary for you can be attended. For example, tomorrow, today is a day that you really bring up to life what holds value for you. So let's say that as we said about the Death card, two different projects are opening for you in your work, and you got to devote your time to the one that you want to devote your time at. The other one, which is necessary for you, can't be attended tomorrow or the day after, because you need to keep the things simple around you. In other words, as we said that you are going to be scattered, you should not be scattered. Here we have a completely opposite of the other card. And as soon as you slow down the motion, as soon as you just stop for a second, think about what is the most essential thing for you to make you happy, and happy of in terms of you progressing forward, you know, that happy of that the efforts you give actually justifies the results you're taking. It will kind of give you a clue. It will kind of give you your answer where exactly today your efforts and your attitude and your devotion should lie. So don't rush it at the start of the day. Think about very carefully, analyze what is there, what is shifting there today for you, either your relationship or your career. But again, I want to stress you guys that the shift will be major, and nothing can be the same after that. So it will depend on your personal actions, your personal attitude, how you're gonna take care of that on that shift. Most likely positive by looking at the other cards, especially when you compare them by the method of elemental dignities. But I will not speak to you right now about it because it's quite complex, and it will take a lot of time of explaining it. But you can negate the negative effect of death today, and you can negate it by being accountable and trying to take responsibility for everything that is happening, especially if for what is happening and is going away around you. You got to take a responsibility for it and detach from it as soon as you can, as soon as you're in peace with that detachment. Then, guys, coming the lesson that you have to learn today. This is the High Priestess. So today's day is gonna give you a hard lesson, people. It's gonna give you that some things are meant to be solved by the universe itself, and you cannot force them, basically. But it will also allow you to see deep down in yourself. Today's lesson is a lesson for your intuition, is a lesson for your inner voice, and for your inner wisdom to shine out bright in front of you, illuminate your path forward, and thus you will feel more and more secure. So with that being said, in your relationship, this major change here that we have, it's gonna create a soul bond in between you and your partner. If your partner leaves you today, then basically they couldn't never create the soul bond in between you two, so the relationship would have been a torture from now on, according to that card. In your career, whatever you work today upon and you give 100% of yourself, will teach you a lesson that this is exactly what you need to do in order to stabilize yourself, guys, in order to give yourself a prosperity in what job. Because the High Priestess in a career reading is about working slowly, steady, with patience toward the things that annoys you, in a term of the routine that annoys you, the constant keeping routine that is the same thing over and over again, but you really have to give your devotion into it, because finally at the end it's going to give you a particular prosperity. And the more you do it today, the more you will understand how important that thing is. So if you're feeling smothered in your job, if you're feeling annoyed, today most likely is the day where you actually see for yourself that what you're doing there, it is completely necessary for your own prosperity in the career that you're attending to. And same goes for the relationship as well, as we said. Then, people, we have how this will reflect your future. And we have the winner here, guys. We just have the winner here. This is the Emperor. So this day will reflect your future by structuring it, bringing it more stable, more secure, so your empire is built already. You're the ruler of it. That's funny because I spoke about empire in the death card. With the Emperor card, guys, this day will unleash a chain of events that will give you a lot of very vital responsibilities in your future. These responsibilities will bring you to a greater heights. It will present yourself as a leader. Very, very favorable card for a career reading. It means that you may get a promotion. So you need to be very, very accountable today, and you need to manage that change and shift with acute actions, with subtlety, and with devotion to what is really, really substantial for you and what really holds value for you. Thus, you will at least be nominated for a particular promotion. People will see you capable, because regardless of that, there will be downs today rather than ups. You'll be able to manage them with quite of an ease, and this will prove you capable in front of people. Most of all, this day also will prove to the people around you in your career that you have personal integrity, you are loyal to the particular place you're working at, and you always, I'm not saying try to keep a secret, but you don't expose your full plan until the full plan is 100% secure is going to work, which are exactly properties for one leader. So yeah, the way I see that card is that if today's day is executed correctly by you guys, at least a nomination for a promotion will come in your way, or for a raise. In relationship, this day will force a chain of events which will place you on the top of the relationship, where you have to protect your partner and lead the relationship. Sometimes, however, you will not be able to express your emotions, because all you will know in this particular moment is that you need to act by logic, because if you have to act by emotions, you will not be able to kind of sustain what you already have, and you will jeopardize all the relationship. So in relationship reading, these 5 cards show that there will be a heavy burden upon you, in the terms of that you need to take the full responsibility of either one. Relationship will come and go. So with that being said, people, when today's change hits you with a full magnitude, you got to let it unfold naturally, and when it passes and when you see what is changed, you gotta take on it, and you gotta take it with the full responsibility, full devotions you have, and kind of give the maximum potential of yourself to bring it to life, and make it the fulfillment of what was already gone today. Okay, so that was the daily reading, guys. Oh, let me give you the timeline when the Emperor is gonna hit you. So that will be from today to end of July. So it is pretty short term of notice, and it seems that from now till the end of July, the routine for all of us will be a little bit more busy than usual, just so we can reach these heights which Emperor implants to us. And it is also an opportunity for us to learn new things and to structure our business or our relationship. So just in a second, Ashley, just in a second. So with that being said, if you want to reach the Emperor place, where you sit on a throne and you rule everything around you, you need to be ready to take a very, very high responsibilities, people. You have to be mature, and you cannot be careless. It is what I mean. You cannot be careless. So pay attention today. This is very important, guys. Pay attention what is changing in your life, and it is where your focus should lie today. So with that being said, let's take a couple of questions of the audience that they want to know. So go, ask, guys. So Ashley just wants a card. Okay, Ashley, you got a card. Latonia, this is just a general reading, like, for the day's energy and what everybody needs to focus on. Only the weeklies and these vast readings are for each sign separately. So, general card for you, Ashley, is the Three of Pentacles, and you got to allow people to work with you, and you need to allow yourself to receive some criticism, because that criticism will go for a long way if you are able to convert it into constructive criticism. What is important to know is those who criticize you, they don't wish you bad. They are not doing it because they want to see you down in the dumps. They are doing it because it is true, and they are doing it because they are feeling that it's the only way you will take them under consideration. So take them under consideration and improve yourself, converting the criticism you get from pointless to constructive. What does Spirit wants me to know? That is a very, very good question. We got the star for you, Kimberly, that there is a way out. A greater future is waiting for you. It is slowly unfolding. It is slowly unfolding, Kimberly, but it is there, and you just need to believe in it. So I don't know if you had a turmoil into a particular field in your life recently, or you're still experiencing it, but this will come to its end, and from there a new perspective will hit you with its full magnitude, the way I say it, and it will give you hope, will give you a start of a new era of something that was already destroyed. So let's say that your relationship was destroyed, so this card shows that there is still hope that you can bring it back. Or if you lost your job, there is still hope that you will start a new one, or you will be reassigned on the old one, but it will be something much better than it was before, just so you know. So that was, guys, today's live for the daily reading. I thank you people all for watching, and I hope that this helps. If you do find this remotely helpful or you enjoy it, please don't forget to like and share and comment. And for those who want to navigate easily, this will be uploaded to my YouTube channel, which is, you just have to type tarot predictions and you will find it. And as per usual, guys, you have a great one today, and take care now. So see you next time.